video, I want to do a full introduction to campaigns, Amazon PPC and 2023 campaigns, because a lot of you are not going to have a clue what this is all about, okay? Because I understand when I started out it was an absolute minefield. So what I'm going to do is just walk you through the general layout of a campaign and what all the stuff sort of does for anyone that hasn't actually seen it before. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So ad group settings is the first thing that I'm going to do. Ad group settings, let's look at that first. So the first thing is the ad group name. Now I've done a recent video, or it will be coming out very soon, so keep an eye on the channel once you're subscribed. Is the importance of naming the ad group and organising the ad group in detail. I'm not going to go into that in this video obviously, but that's the first thing to note there. The ad group name, in my opinion, I have that the same as the campaign name, okay? But I'm not going to go into any more details. You can see the other video regarding that. So the first thing to note there is the ad group name, pretty basic. Next thing to notice down here with the introduction to what is a campaign, etc., is the products there. So what you're going to see is products down here, and you can actually scroll up and down with your products there and actually decide which products you want. You can click the add all on this page, or you can click them individually depending on what sort of strategy you do. If you're going to be doing any wholesale PPC, arbitrage PPC, or PPC, private label PPC, you might want to focus on one product, or you might want to add all of them onto your page to do some sort of automatic targeting depending on what you want to do. We've got the other filters there, oldest first, suggested, etc. You can also enter a list there if you've got a lot and you don't want to scroll through, or you can upload your ASINs there, or you can obviously search by product. What that will do is then add them into you can add them over here, and then you can then decide, you know, moving forward what else you want to do with them. So add products to what you want to advertise there. And then we've got the targeting down here. So that means you can decide whether you want to do automatic targeting, where Amazon will target keywords and products that are similar to the products in your ad. Okay, now there's, you know, obviously I'm going to do more videos on that. We're not going to go into what that is specifically, but let me just run over what that is specifically. So the automatic targeting is where you might target all of them and then set a daily budget for say 10-20p a click, and then you might manage to get a fairly good ACOS off that. Obviously, it's not the most advanced way to do it, but some people do it. I actually run an everyday automatic campaign myself for all of my products, all of my private label type stuff for my brand. But sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't. Obviously, I wouldn't advise that unless you know what you're doing. Or you can run automatic campaigns for one specific product that you've added into your products here, maybe for a launch. And what you might want to do with that is actually use that as a discovery campaign to discover more keywords. I'll have to run into that in the future. I'll do a full tutorial soon. Let me know in the comments if you think that'd be interesting. Guys, before we move on, let me just introduce the sponsor for this video, which is actually Sellerboard. And Sellerboard is an accurate profit analysis for Amazon sellers. It's a really cheap monthly cost, but I've actually got a 2-month free trial if you click the link below. What we do there is actually track not only our monthly profits, but also we manage to do a lot of other things like track shipments, PPC optimization, which is what we're talking about here, and actually listing change alerts, so that make sure you haven't got any people jumping on your listings. And also the most important thing for me is actually getting refunds for lost inventory and actually reimbursements from Amazon. We actually get hundreds of pounds back a month from using Sellerboard. So yeah, click the free link below for 2 months with no credit card required if you want to try that out. As you can see, they're an Amazon Ads verified partner, hence I thought they were a good sponsor for this video too. Anyway, let's get back to the video. So we've got the automatic targeting I've just ran over there. I'm going to do a full tutorial on that soon. But you've also got the manual targeting there, and the manual targeting is where you're going to be manually inputting the keywords there, or the product targeting. Now let's explain what I mean by that. You can have multiple ad groups to your campaign, but you can choose only one targeting type per ad group. So the keyword targeting is where you put keywords in there, okay, as you can see here. So what we can actually do is either get the suggested keywords that will actually pop up here, which they're not loading at the moment, but they would usually pop up there. Or you can enter a list. So I wouldn't recommend doing the suggested. You should be using Helium 10 or anything like that to actually use Cerebro or something like that, or another tool which is good for getting keywords. And you should actually be doing your own research, and you should be putting these into separate campaigns for exact phrase and broad, etc. And then you might want to target items, keywords individually depending on search volume, or you might want to put a few keywords. I'd say maximum 3 to 6 depending on the search volume and demand for them products, them keywords, into their own separate ad groups for phrase, broad and exact. Now I understand as beginners this might be going over your head, but I would recommend just doing a lot more research. Look at some of the other videos I've done where I talk about not only forming your campaign so it's organized, but also creating exact, phrase and broad campaigns, etc, etc. I'll do a lot more videos on this, as it's quite advanced, guys. This is why a lot of people hire agencies for this stuff, because it is very advanced. But let me carry on explaining just the basics here, and then we go into further videos in the future. So you've got broad, phrase and exact, and obviously they are what they say on the tin. So any keyword you type in there which is broad, obviously it's going to be any broad phrases people type in, it's going to match close to your keywords that you've typed in. Any phrase, which means anyone types in a phrase that is similar to yours on Amazon, then yours is going to show up. Or if it's exact, it means that only the keywords that are exact, say like baby cloth for example, if someone types that in, that's the only time you're going to show up, and you will show up on the Amazon search on highest to lowest depending on the bid you've done compared to the other bids in that market. Let me give you a quick example. If we type in baby cloth here, baby cloths, add that keyword and it will give us as you can see, it doesn't have a suggested bid, so it will give us this random bid here. If we add the keyword there, it should give a suggested bid if it's a big enough search keyword, but it's clearly not, so we would leave that in the suggested bid that it said. Monitor it, see how it goes, and then you come back to it, put it down, put it up, or get rid of it completely depending on your results. And this is what you would do for multiple broad, phrase or exact campaigns that you've created within your portfolio, and I will go into more in detail in this in future, guys, but that is the layout of the campaign we're going through in this video. And then you've got product targeting there, so you're actually going to target a product. You're going to target a category or product, sorry. So this means that with categories, you can actually click on it when it loads. For some reason it's not loading, try searching for categories, and then you can actually target by category, guys, and you can actually type in a lot of filters. You can do custom filters, which means that you can actually, when you're targeting, let's say we're targeting a baby category for the baby cloths, we might target a load of listings that are in the baby cloth category that have got less than 4 ratings, 4-star ratings, and that are more expensive than our listing, and we will show up on all of them products within that category, hopefully with a good chance of converting, because our product is 5 stars, let's say for example. Theirs is only 4 and ours is 15 quid and theirs are 20 quid. That's just an example of sponsoring categories. And then you've got the individual product sponsors as well, guys. So this is where you're actually going to show up. If you type in a list of your ASINs, I wouldn't recommend doing suggested. Again, you need to do research on this on Helium 10 or Cerebro. You would actually enter a list there of exact, right? So you're actually going to be on the exact listings that you type in with ASINs. And then you're going to show up at the bottom of them listings, okay, of targeted campaigns that you've done your research on. I can't express the importance of that, guys. They need to be campaigns that you've done your research on, and there should be a reason, just like the category targeting, that you're on them. Either yours is a better listing, or yours is a better rating, or yours is a better price, or just all round better. You know, better images, better lifestyle images, more targeted to that keyword or that product, okay? So that's the exact. Expanded means that it's going to put you on other similar listings as well, okay? Similar sort of thing. I would recommend probably doing a campaign for both if you're going to do this, expanded and exact, because Amazon's budget they give you isn't going to evenly go 50% to exact, 50% to expanded. It's going to be, you know, it's going to do it sporadically. So I always do separate campaigns and separate campaigns and ad groups within my portfolios. Now, if that's gone over your head, don't worry, we'll go over that in future videos. And then you've got the negative product targeting here, guys. You've actually got negative product targeting here. And what this is any keywords that you're having issues with, any keywords that just seem to munch up all of your budget, okay, you can actually put them in here. So you can put brands in there as well, you can put products in there as well, and then you can put keywords in there as well, okay? So that's, yeah, that's sort of a general basis of that, if you like. Not really much more to go into. Negative product targeting there, okay? We've also got the campaign bidding strategy there, which you need to do dynamic bids down, bids up and down or fixed bids. So let me go into this quickly. So the dynamic bids down only means that Amazon are not going to spend more than your bid. They're only going to go downwards, okay? With dynamic bids up and down, it means that Amazon has the flexibility by a maximum of 100% to put your bids up or down. So if you bid 50p, you might give them the leverage to bid £1. Now that can be dangerous, obviously, because Amazon can mess up. So I would be careful. Generally, I only do dynamic bids down, but you've got to be careful. You've also got fixed bids there, which means that you're not giving any flexibility to Amazon. I would say you may as well in most cases do dynamic bids down only, because obviously the worst case is it's going to spend the exact bid or it's going to do less. With the fixed bid, it means that it's not even going to put it down, so it's going to put your exact bid, maybe even if it didn't need to. So the dynamic bids down only is one I generally use, but obviously there's different case uses for either of them. And then we got the campaign. We're back to the campaign name here, which is the same as the ad group. I put the same one in there, and then you need to pick your portfolio there. So for example, I use my baby cloth products as an example. When you're creating a campaign, you can put it into whatever desired portfolio you want to there, and then you've got the start and end date. I don't usually do an end date because I'm tracking it, and then the daily budget there. So guys, I hope that video's helped. That was a quick sort of run through of what a campaign is, so I hope that helps you, and I will see you in the next video. Let me know what sort of videos you want to see regarding PPC moving forwards, and let me know if you watch to the end of this video. I'd like to know who's the real warriors on this channel. I'll see you in the next video.